and good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Crypto Empire. This is a Crypto Empire Morning Domination live stream. Hope everybody's having a great day so far. It's about to get even better. I look forward to going through all the information in this live stream pertaining to the crypto market because it's a very exciting time after that FOMC meeting yesterday. We saw a huge market-wide rally. Will that continue? Will Bitcoin break through $25,000? Or are we due for a little bit of a pullback, cooling off period right now? That is what I am going to be discussing in this live stream. So be sure to stick with me until the very end. Let's get started with our crypto market overview. Big shout out to Jazzy for being here nice and early. Also McNaz96 in here nice and early as well. I appreciate you guys being here, lighting up that comment section of the live stream. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Shout out to Sniff. Sniff is saying Umi to the moon. Let's take a look at our crypto market overview and see what these coins are doing today. So Bitcoin trading at $23,900. All right, we had a little bit of a flash dip at the New York market open. Looks like it is recovering that, recouping it very quickly. Ethereum trading for $1,684. Top 10 unchanged. Litecoin trading over $100 right now. And let's take a look at the gainers and losers on the day. So Synapse Protocol is up 53%. All right, this is, I believe we used this during the Optimism Quest. Yeah, we did. We used this during the Optimism Quest. We deposited some money inside. I'm not holding any SYN tokens, but this thing is up 55% on the day. Crazy to see. And it's not the only one. There's a lot of coins up double digits. We have CFX up 53%. Bluezilla up 42%. Magic up 38%, right? We've used this before. It's an NFT marketplace on Arbitrum. Absolutely ripping up. And CNC as well, new DeFi coin, Conic, pumping, and the whole market's really going crazy right now to the upside. Optimism breaking into price discovery, hit that target of $2.91, and everything is green really. Taking a look at the losers on the day, ALBT Alliance block was actually hacked. It's down 63%. It's not cool to see that. It's actually a solid project, but they got hacked. So that's very, very unfortunate to see, and a huge drop in price, right? Cut in half, 63%. And then library credits. So I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about library credits before because it is essentially an alternative to YouTube. And this thing recently took off. As we can see, the past 2 weeks, it's up 117%. So this thing was getting slammed by the SEC, right? The SEC, for some reason, targeted this, for some strange reason, right? They targeted library out of all coins to declare it a security with a market cap of 14.6 million. Of course, the reason they did that was it's kind of a competitor to the big tech industry, right? That monopoly. So anyways, library coming back from the dead, and I think this thing has a long way to go. It's got a very bright future ahead. It's a legit project. A lot of the projects you see are simply not legit. Library is actually legit, so it's good to see it pumping, doing well, and I think it's got a long way to go higher. Anyways, down 18% on the day. So a lot of action right now in the crypto market, especially with altcoins. These altcoins are going absolutely wild right now. Why is that? Well, we had the FOMC meeting yesterday where we got a 25 basis point rate hike, and Powell pretty much can't give too much information. He's being very indirect with his wording in his speeches, but essentially it's looking like we are going to get a soft landing. Bears are in complete disbelief right now, and it's important to understand that big money is still on the sideline. Big money is still, they're waiting now for basically a dip to get in. All right, so the path of least resistance is higher, max pain is higher, the trend is higher. All algorithms, all indicators on the higher term time frames when it comes to crypto are pointing higher, that we go up. I've been saying Bitcoin to 40K from when it was at like 17K, and that stance has not changed. But at some point after a 40% pump, we will get a 10 to 15% pullback. All right, and that's probably going to happen this month in February. So let's discuss that right now by going over the Bitcoin price chart with our Bitcoin technical analysis. So big shout out to Your Welcome, saying still in that algo trade you brought up the other day, looking strong. Yep, algo is looking really good. Elvis saying hi everyone. What's up, Elvis? We got Ben saying Michael Burry says sell, then rage quits Twitter. Yeah, I saw that. Crazy times we're living in. Also, Craig Land saying hello, wonderful folks all around the world. Regards from Berlin. Nice green colors everywhere. Yes, indeed. Good to see you. And we also got All Day Dre in the building, as well as Trucker Steve Sabat saying, Trucker in the house. Good morning, all. Let's get it. Printing cash and rocking and rolling. Big shout out to Trucker Steve, absolute legend. Good to have you here in the live stream. If you haven't already, smash up that like button. And if this is your first time here at Crypto Empire, smash that subscribe button down below. And of course, turn on all notifications so you don't miss any future videos. Now let's go over this Bitcoin chart here. Starting things off on the daily price chart. So our daily, pretty clear, we're looking strong. Right, out of that 16K bottom, 15K bottom, we have gone vertical. And we've got a slight pause over here at around $21,000, 20K. Right, after that, we zoom right up to this next resistance level over here, $24,000. Now you see on the chart, this is a supply zone. All right, this is the highest point in like the past 8 months that Bitcoin got to. Really, it tested $25,200, and this was back in August of 2022. This was when the Ethereum merge narrative was happening, right? And the Ethereum merge is huge, very, very big. Ethereum is deflationary officially. It still gets, fresh Ethereum gets emitted every single day, but the transaction fees burn more than gets emitted. So Ethereum, very, very bullish long term, and that's why I've been saying it most likely does heavily outperform Bitcoin this upcoming bull market. But regardless, Bitcoin has not been up here at $24,000, $25,000 for like 8 months since August of 2022. So this is a huge supply zone, and today we got our first test of that level. Now, I do see us breaking through this 25K resistance area, but it might take a few times first. It might take a few tries. We may get a little pullback here. All right, now before I really get into my technical analysis, I want to share with you our Twitter wisdom for the day very quickly. So our Twitter wisdom for the day is coming from Kobe. If you don't know who Kobe is, he's an original in the crypto space. He's very rarely wrong. He's got a very, very good pulse for the market. And he's basically like the biggest influencer in the world when it comes to cryptocurrency. So on January 30th, a few days ago now, he went ahead and tweeted, some of you guys are all right. Don't trade in February. All right. And he is being serious here. He's basically warning you that, something could happen here in February that could cause some volatility in both directions, including the downside. All right. So Kobe giving us a warning. By the way, the day that FTX collapsed and it was like the low of the bear market for Bitcoin when it was like $15,500, Kobe literally called that bottom. All right. So I would not disregard his warning sign here. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not a bear, right? I just told you we're going to 40K, but that doesn't mean we cannot have a little pullback here. Can we just smash through this? Sure we can. But you should exercise a little bit of caution here because like I said, from this $16,000 level, we're up 43%. Our pullbacks on the daily time frame, we got one pullback of 5% over here. And then we got a pullback of 6%. We haven't gotten any pullbacks yet. So we're up 43%. We can certainly pull back 10 to 15%. And if we did that right from the current price right now, a 10% pullback would take us to around $21,250. If we go 15%, maybe we get down here to 20K. That's not that crazy. That's not that unrealistic. And all we would be doing is retesting the FTX crash level at around 21,000 to 20,000, right? This cluster of liquidity here. We got held up on the way up, all right? So we would just be basically coming down to retest this now demand zone before we continue higher. Like I said, maximum pain is up. The path of least resistance is up. But we have pumped 43% with no serious pullbacks. We got some warning signs from some good informational sources to be careful this month. So I am definitely treading on light water, especially because the fact that, we crushed January. We absolutely crushed the month of January. And the thing is, the market loves to humble you. if you take a lot of money from the market, the ever-providing market that is open 24/7, 365 in cryptocurrency is always there for you to go attack, take money out as a trader, and then do whatever you want with it. But anyways, the market loves to humble you after you have an amazing day, week, or month. Right? It gets to your head and then you make stupid decisions and you give those profits back. So I have zero problems right now not forcing anything, taking a step back, taking a deep breath, sitting in my winnings from last month and not giving them back to the market. All right? So I am a little bit cautious right now. I will not lie to you. I am somewhat expecting a nice little drop here. Now, let's not forget, we also have some major tech earnings on the calendar today. All right, we have Apple, Google, and Amazon. All of their earnings are coming in today. All right, they are pumping right now. That's also why we're seeing Bitcoin. If we go to an hourly chart, we see Bitcoin here started the day a little bit red on that U.S. market open. All right, but it quickly reclaimed that pump. Now, with these tech earnings, I want to show you the VIX, the volatility index of the U.S. market. So the VIX over here is a little bit interesting. So if anybody that doesn't know what the VIX is, it's very simple. It's the volatility index of the U.S. stock market. When the VIX goes down, typically we see stocks pump higher. And when the VIX spikes, right, when the VIX spikes up to around 48 to 50, that's usually the sign of a major crash. For example, March of 2020, as we can see, this was, of course, that big crypto dump when Bitcoin dropped below $4,000 before the epic bull market. But the VIX spiked as high as 85, all right? So when the VIX spikes, crypto and stocks sell off hard. When the VIX drops, crypto and stocks rally hard. If you see here on the chart, the VIX is now at a major support level, support zone. On a day that we have some major tech earnings. All right, so the VIX is at major support. We got earnings today. We need to be a little bit cautious here. Don't try and force longs. Everything looks crazy bullish. I'm going to be going over altcoins in just a moment's time. So if you're here for the altcoin trade ideas, just stick with me for a moment longer as I cover the general market, and then we're going to dig into the individual coins. But the general market right now is saying that it wants to pull back. All right, so the VIX here, major support on the daily time frame. If you see, right, this has been a bottom reliably all throughout 2021, right? This is a multi-year support level. We are now in that support zone, so I would not be surprised to see the VIX reverse out of here. And when the VIX pumps, what does that mean? It means that crypto and stocks will sell off hard. So that's your first thing to keep an eye on here. Keep an eye on the VIX. Keep an eye on if the VIX goes ahead and rallies higher. Now the SPX on the daily time frame looking insanely bullish. All right, this is the weekly chart. If we go to the daily here, SPX broke this trend line. All right, this is the S&P 500, broke this trend line. The bears are in complete disbelief. It's important to understand that big money, the institutions, the big guys that have been sitting in cash, they are still sitting in cash right now. All right, they are in disbelief on this breakout. Now, the target for this breakout is this red supply area on the chart. They're waiting for a dip to get in, basically. All right, they missed this entire move. So we have not seen anything yet. We are still very early here, and we have a lot to look forward to. All right, so that's kind of our overall market sentiment. Yeah, I would not be surprised to see stocks pull back to possibly around the $4,000 level, or the 4,000 point level down here. Not too much of a pullback. But yeah, I'm exercising a little bit of caution right now. Like I said, no need to try and force things and give those hard-earned January profits back to the market. Of course, if you're a very short-term trader, then have at it. But if you zoom out a little bit, you definitely have to be a little bit cautious here with Bitcoin just underneath 24K. Stock tech earnings today, VIX is super low in a major support area, so everything is kind of pointing towards a little bit of a short. Also, if we take a look at the RSI here on BTC, price continually making higher highs here, RSI making lower highs. So we have what is called bearish divergence here on the chart. It is slight, but it is there nonetheless. So the highest I see Bitcoin getting to is right at my right at the start of my red zone, my red supply level, at around 24,300. Possibly we get one more up thrust up here, another tap of this trend line. Then ultimately I see us kind of breaking down lower here. All right, I want to show you the inverse chart, and the inverse chart just gives us a different perspective. We invert the scale here, right? When you invert it, when you look at it upside down, if you, like, objectively, do you really think it's just going to, like, break through and keep going lower here, right? If we invert this upside down, when price goes up, that means it's going to go back to, like, 20K. But it just is such a clear picture. If you know how to understand charts and you know how to read charts, right, you have to see what I'm seeing here. You have to see this. I mean, when you invert it, it's bullish divergence. But if you don't see this, I'm not sure. You might want to get your eyes checked. So, yeah, simply exercising caution right now. I'm not shorting necessarily. I'm just kind of waiting on the sideline for a dip, because when we do get that dip, that's the time to load up. All right, after a huge rally like we had yesterday, I'm going to flip this back to a regular scale and not inverted. But after a huge rally like we had yesterday, usually we get a little bit of a pullback. That's going to be the time to really get into your longs. Right now, you're basically buying a local top, in my opinion. If you are buying, you know, I hope I'm wrong for your sake, because I don't want to see you lose money, right, on your long trades up here. But I'm simply saying just be a little bit cautious. Let me catch up at the live chat. Big shout out to Allah saying good morning. What is happening, Allah? Good to see you. Elvis saying ICP is testing his patience. We'll take a look at ICP in a moment. Coin Operated saying, what's up, Connor? Good morning, brother. What's up, Coin Operated? Good to see you. Jazzy saying, my G, can you please take a look at Glimmer? It hasn't really had a run yet like some of the other alts, for sure. We'll look at Glimmer right after we look at ICP. Austin Craig saying, maybe pull back around 21, 22K and then strong bounce. Yep, that's what I'm seeing. That's exactly what I'm seeing. Reverend Flashback, hi, Connor. How are you? I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Mr. H, good to see you again. Connor, what is up, Mr. H? And Make Money with Harry. What's up, Harry? Good to see you. I'm glad that you made some money with that INJ trade there, Harry. Congratulations on those gains. Let's take a look at ICP, and then we're going to look at Glimmer. So ICP on the daily time frame. Let's put this in a log. So ICP on the daily, let's go to a 3-day actually and really zoom it out. So I've been posting ICP in my free Telegram group. If you are not in my free Telegram group, go ahead and join that. Link is down in the description below. But regardless, on ICP here, pretty obvious what's happening, right? We have this downtrend line going back to September of 2021 when ICP was trading at a high of $87. All I've done is connect the tops of this trend line over and over and over again. And we have now, as of late, broken that downtrend line. All right, so ICP from the point of that trend line break is up a fair bit. Right, from this trend line break, it is up around 40% or so. Now, with that being said, if we look to the left on where we are at this Wix resistance level, as you can see. So price is getting held up. To me, this is bullish consolidation right underneath the $6 resistance. Once it's able to break 6, I see it putting in some really, really big green candles. So if we do get this Bitcoin pullback, ICP is also going to pull back. You already see where I have a demand level marked on my chart here. Again, this is a 3-day. Let's drop this down to a 12-hour. So what I would be looking for is a move back down to around $5.15. If we get the Bitcoin pullback, this is your essentially load up zone for ICP down here at 5.15. And then we break through $6 and it's going to start to run. But yeah, Elvis, definitely testing our patience here. But I would remain patient. I would simply remain patient if you're waiting for this one to move. It's only up 40% from the breakout, and it's got a long way to go. I would say this is a relatively fair 10x to 20x. A 10x from current price takes it to around $60, and it's been there before. All right, it was at $60 in November of 2021 at that previous market top. But the thing with ICP is they launched in the bull market with such bad tokenomics, and they literally just kind of sold as much as possible to make quick money. And that's why we saw the price crash from $250 when it launched to a low of $3, right? Some unethical behavior, but hey, it's good tech. The more I look into it, the more bullish I get on the fundamentals of ICP, and the chart right now is still very bullish, coming out of a multi-year downtrend. So I would remain patient with ICP. It's going to moon hard. And then we also have Glimmer. So Glimmer, of course, in the Polkadot ecosystem. If we look at Glimmer over here, this thing is moving hard. This thing is moving pretty hard here. So Glimmer is getting held up at the 47.50% or 50-cent resistance level. But ultimately, as you see here on my chart, I have this thing going back up to multiple dollars. So Glimmer, another one that you need to remain patient with. It broke out of this, double bottom here, broke this neckline, and it's been up since. Now it's getting caught up at the 50% resistance. Needs to flip 50% into support so it can continue higher. And I agree with you, Jazzy. It has not started to really move yet. It has not really started to move yet at all. It's going to recoup ground very quickly. And even from current price, your next you have this level over here. This is at around 85 cents. All right, I'm looking at these wicks. So this is going to be resistance, but realistically, your next major target is going to be $1, and that's over 100%. That's a 2x to $1 on Glimmer. So yeah, I would just sit tight with this. There's no reason to flip bearish at all when we zoom things out. Like I said, any algorithm you look at, all indicators on the higher time frames, everything is saying up. Everything is saying we go higher. So for these altcoins, I'm bullish on all of them, but the pullback, the dip is going to be when you really want to position yourselves in your trades. And if you're looking to add more to your spot bags, yeah, we'll most likely get a nice flush out, a nice leverage flush out at some point this month. And that's going to be the time to go in heavy. As of right now, you're possibly buying a top. So I would be just a little bit careful. Alice saying March, we are ready for up move. Yeah, it could be late Feb too. McNez says, Connor, the other day when you were talking about Bitcoin dominance, do you think the days of Bitcoin dominance going up and pushing all prices lower, or do you expect that to continue? Yeah, I think Bitcoin dominance will go up, but I don't think it's going to go up as high as it previously went. I think it would have gone up to, if it was going to go up to like 60%, it most likely would have done that by now. But yeah, we have a different market now where people are only interested in altcoins and they don't care about Bitcoin. So, the days of Bitcoin dominance going up over 60% are most likely gone. But it can still go up slightly and suck liquidity out of altcoins. And make money with Harry saying, thanks, bro. Man, INJ was awesome. No problem, Harry. Congratulations. And you got to give yourself credit too, my man. You're the one who took action and pressed that buy button. And then you did what a lot of people can't do, where you realize profit as well. There's never a bad time to take profit. Of course, it can keep on going up. And that's why you can't be mad that you made money, right? After you take profit, don't even look at the chart anymore. You closed the trade. You made money. Just move on to the next one. So shout out to you, Harry. Congratulations on that win, my friend. We got Narala saying hello to everyone from Ireland. What's up, Narala? And Rigoberto Chavez Jr. saying morning, everyone. What's up, Rigoberto? Good to see you. Guys, we only got like 16 likes right now on the stream. That's super weak. Smash up that like button right now. Get that like number up for the YouTube algorithm. All right, now let's go ahead and we're going to move on. Before we look at more altcoin setups, I want to share with you DeFi Llama really quickly. So DeFi Llama, of course, tracks all of decentralized finance. And the number one DeFi protocol with the most total value locked is Lido. All right, LDO. You guys should be very familiar with LDO at the current moment in time, especially if you watched my video on the Ethereum liquid staking derivatives. I made this around 3 weeks ago. And I made it very clear that LDO was the market leader for this narrative, and that has not changed. All right, LDO right now has a total value locked of $8.62 billion. It is deployed on all the main networks, mainly Ethereum, of course. But LDO has been consolidating. It's been going sideways for a while. It's up nicely today, right? So LDO, I got in just below $2. Right, I bought my investment bag over here. Around at around 190. I got in, right? This is where I bought. So I mean, I'm up slightly. I'm up pretty good. You know, a modest 26%. But the thing is, with where I have LDO going, you know, it's 26% is really nothing here. I'm just gonna clean up this chart a little bit. But anyways, LDO now, as you see with this gray box, this has been major resistance. Lido has had a very hard time breaking this. And, you know, if we look at this daily chart, it was moving really nicely at the beginning of January. But once it got up here to around $2, $2.50, it's hit a major wall of resistance. All right, over here back in August. Again, during that Ethereum merge narrative, that was when Bitcoin tested 25K. LDO got up to $3 back then. All right, and then it dropped down to 90 cents. And then essentially now it's back up to $2.40. But this $2.50 level, major resistance. Okay, once LDO can actually clear 250, it's going to really move super hard. I put the official LDO call in my Discord earlier in January over here, saying to get in at 193 and below. So, you know, we're positioned. Oh, sorry, you guys don't see that on the screen. Here you go. LDO over here, you know, get in 193 and below, and we've been sitting tight just riding this one higher. If I take this log scale off, we can take a look at the parabola even better. Now, we have broken this parabola on the daily, so a little bit concerning there, right? We've broken the parabola that's been connected properly, drawn properly on the chart, so a little bit concerning there. And if Bitcoin does pull back, you know, maybe we get this thing sub $2 one more time before the ultimate takeoff, and that would most likely be the last buying opportunity to get a decent price of this thing. But also, we can take a look at the Lido Bitcoin chart, and I want to zoom this out to a 3-day. Now, the Lido BTC chart is, you know, it's still showing a lot of strength. We want to see it hold this level here at 8,950 Satoshis. But anyways, Lido versus Bitcoin has been outperforming since the start of this year, and that's only set to continue. Right? We can look at a lot of other altcoins paired up versus Bitcoin, and they don't look as strong as LDO. So if you want just kind of a safer play, a safer trade, Lido, I would not ignore it. It is the biggest DeFi coin on chain by huge margins, and it's only going to continue to grow. With the Ethereum Shanghai upgrade coming soon, that's going to allow people to unstake their Ethereum. I would expect Lido to gain a ton of Ethereum's market share as people actually go ahead and stake more ETH. So that's one play that I am still sticking with, Lido BTC. Now, another play that I've been very adamant about on my live streams, in my Discord on the channel here, is Litecoin. Right? I've been talking about Litecoin for months now. Telling you it's going to do exactly what it's actually doing right now. A lot of people don't believe Litecoin. A lot of people in my Discord were saying they wanted to sell their Litecoin for other stuff. I told them, like, look, the second you sell it, that's going to be when it actually starts to take off. And that's exactly what happened here with Litecoin, all right? So LTC trading at $99.84. It broke out of this kind of pennant formation here. Broke out to the upside. Tested as high as $102. All right, at this point in time, you know, a lot of people are definitely feeling euphoric. We're going to see if we do get some profit taking across the board here. But again, if we get that one last dip, that's going to be the time to really, really load up heavily. I would love to see Litecoin drop back down one more time to around 87 to 84. And maybe if we get a huge leverage flush out, which happens all the time in crypto, right? A lot of people have the memory of a goldfish, so they forget that we see major leverage flush outs on our way higher in a bull trend. But if we get one of those, you know, we'll see Litecoin drop back down sub 80 to around 79 to 77, this green area here, right? A lot of major support coming in just below $80. So that's the level to set your alerts for, to place your limit orders if you feel like you missed the boat on this and you want to get some LTC. Because, yeah, if it comes back down to 79, 77, even 84, that's going to be like the last time probably to get it underneath $100. Then it's going to march up towards its all-time highs. And with Litecoin, as we see here, its all-time high is $413. All right, so you still have a 4x to that. And then realistically, I can see this thing getting up to over $1,000 per coin by the time that next bull market rolls around. All right, and obviously this goes for, you can use this for leverage too. I mean, just like Bitcoin, it's looking a little bit toppy. I'm definitely a little bit cautious. But the thing is, in an uptrend, all these kind of bearish price action signals get invalidated. But yeah, you can't ignore this. I'm not going long any fresh leverage trades right now. Major obvious bearish divergence, $100 psychological resistance level. Bitcoin also looking a little bit toppy. The VIX is super low, so definitely you need to be a little bit cautious right now. And if you're thinking about just aping into more longs, I would wait for a dip. I would definitely wait for a dip. Litecoin, yeah, it looks a little bit toppy. And Bitcoin, still really not doing too much up here at 23,800. Again, also looking toppy, bearish divergence. I showed you that inverted chart. Like, if you think this is just going to go like this, I doubt it. I disagree. More likely than not, it does something like this and then goes like that, right? That's the inverted. On the normal scale, it looks like this and then this. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing. I've been wrong before, so if you're in a bunch of longs right now and you're not liking what I'm saying, that's just what I'm seeing here on the chart. What's going on, Waifu Hunter? Austin Craig says, what are the important dates that we should pay attention to in the upcoming months? I mean, in the upcoming months, I mean, today we have tech earnings. That's the most important thing that's the most important date is today, February 2nd. In the upcoming months, we have things like the Litecoin halving, but that's not until the summertime. We have the Ethereum Shanghai upgrade. Let's actually confirm when that date is for the Ethereum Shanghai upgrade. Set for March. Okay, yeah, so this is coming in March. I don't know the exact date yet, but this is a huge date to have marked on your calendar. And you know, this is super bullish. Ethereum constantly innovating, constantly getting better. And I think this upgrade is going to be a huge catalyst for our DeFi coins, such as the liquid staking derivative coins. I already went over LDO Lido. You know, maybe we pull back to around the $2 level, sub $2 again. That's going to be your opportunity to kind of get into that if you're not already in it. And there's also Rocket Pool. Rocket Pool looking bullish right now. Really kind of not stopping. This thing is on an absolute tear. So good to see that. We log scale it. We got our parabola looking proper. And yeah, Rocket Pool now at pretty much all-time high price levels. Just is going for a breakout right now. So this can continue to send higher. Frax FXS, another very bullish DeFi coin. Right over here, we're trading for around $6.45. This was during the time of my Ethereum liquid staking derivative video. And you know, Frax is up about a 2x from this breakout. It's up 75% from there. All right, so FXS, very bullish, right? Very good protocol, very strong team, very good DeFi coin, stable coin elements as well. And if you look at where this thing has been, it has a high of $45. And yeah, I think it does get back up there and make new highs this bull market. You know, that could be months and months and months from now, but FXS also very bullish, and the Ethereum Shanghai upgrade is only a good thing for that. Now with FXS, let's put this on our chart here. So if we get this pullback, so if we look at OP, here, This is in price discovery. It broke all-time highs from $2.25 over here. This happened in August, again, when the Ethereum merge was happening. But OP just broke into price discovery yesterday after the FOMC meeting. And it's been on a tear. It hit a high of $2.97. But essentially, when the market is bullish, buying things at their all-time high prices typically is a good thing. Because if something's at an all-time high at this stage, in the very, very early hidden bull market, there's a good chance that it's at its all-time high for good reason, that it's a good, strong, solid, legit project, and that it will continue higher, right? So OP is a good example of that. You know, layer 2 for Ethereum, optimistic rollups. It's got the narrative going for it. Good coin on a tear. Now FXS, if we go back to it, is kind of looking similar, but it hasn't broken into price, not price discovery, but it hasn't had a major breakout yet. So FXS, I mean, I like it a lot. Can definitely move hard here. And it's got a ways to go. It's got a long ways to go. And you should be able to make some great returns from it. But again, I would wait for possibly a $9, $10 pullback if we get it. Anchor, another LSD coin. Hasn't really moved as much as the others. BenQ, another one that really hasn't moved. FIS has moved a decent amount, up almost 2x from early January. It's up 80%. And then, yeah, most of these coins are in consolidation. Stater, using this resistance area. So basically, the LSD narrative is going to come back. But yeah, my bet is Lido. I'm just going with the market leader safe pick. Now, let me catch up with this chat here, see what's going on. Norala, step up, any hope? What do you mean by that, Norala, step up? I have no idea what step up is. Elvis, thoughts on Cody? Cody is very bullish. Can't hate on Cody. Rigoberto, I plan to get Litecoin and hold for the bull run. How high do you think Litecoin can go in the next bull run? 1 to 2K. I think it can go up to $2,000 per coin. It's like a 20x from the current price. Sniff says, Yo, Connor, what price do you think Bitcoin will drop to? 20 to 21K, I think, Sniff. I have my level here at 22,260 and then 20,750, anywhere in between. ACO 1980, bro, any news about Arbitrum airdrop? No news about the Arbitrum airdrop. I'm simply I keep on making transactions on the network. We don't know when that's going to be. Now, talking about airdrops, the Blur airdrop is coming on February 7th, I think. All right, this is an NFT marketplace. It's probably going to launch with a market cap between $100 million to $300 million. You know, it's OpenSea's direct competitor, and they're going to be airdropping 80% of their tokens. So, yeah, the Blur airdrop, it's actually not too late to get this one. It does require you to have at least half an Ethereum to use for it. But, you know, Arbitrum, I don't know. There's no dates yet. The team has not said anything. Same with ZK Sync. Both of those are probably going to be just huge airdrops, a lot like Optimism, where it was like, you know, multiple 5 figures in an airdrop. I would expect that. But Blur looking like it could be the same here. So I would not ignore the Blur airdrop if you haven't done anything to get it yet. That's coming up in like a week. Waifu says, my Phantom has been printing since the low, but I'm definitely ready for a small pullback. Yep. We go up 40%. It only makes sense to pull back 10% and then continue higher. Rigoberto says, Connor, any good books or crypto books to read to learn more about trading? I mean, if you haven't read Reminiscences of a Stock Operator, I would start there. That's your first one you want to read. Reminiscences of a Stock Operator, the story of Jesse Livermore. You need to read this book. This is where you should start. And then, you know, there's a lot of other ones out there, but this is my favorite. Apto's still going to run, but waiting for it to pull back to reach a reasonable price. Let's take a look at the APT chart. So Aptos has been crushing the bears. After the FOMC meeting yesterday, had a nice pump, right? It deviated from Monday's low. A lot of the coins are just running the same playbook. They'll deviate a low and then just pump out of it. So that's what Aptos did yesterday. Is it still going to run? I think so. I think it will keep on punishing everybody who's trying to short this thing. But like I said, I would not look to jump into anything immediately. What I would realistically be looking for is exactly where my mouse is. I would be looking for like around here. If you're looking to get into like a long, possibly even lower back into the 16s. But you need to be marking out the levels of demand and the levels of support on your chart and planning ahead, because there is a good chance, you know, that these prices do drop to these lower support or demand zones. So APT, like I said, you know, I would be looking the low 17s, 17.25 and below, and then realistically also at the monthly open for February, 16.75, possibly down to as low as 16.22. We get a retest and then we go, but I'm just a little bit cautious on everything right now, including Bitcoin. Dre saying, yeah, I mean, with Phantom FTM, what an absolute beast it has been. So it was this breakout here. Told my Discord about it right here at this breakout, I believe, when it was at 42. Or no, I think it was actually this one. I think it was the 36 cent. Let's just go check. I caught a leverage trade on it. I took profit. I'm not in it anymore. Okay, it was the 42 cent. Yeah. So this was back on January 24th at 42 cents. It was this breakout. So I wrote it to around up here. It was a good trade, but yeah, Phantom has not stopped. I haven't traded it since, but this chart is insane. Just keeps going up. You know, RSI steadily holding above 70. Getting towards this major supply level at 68. But, you know, if Aptos ran 6x, then there's no reason why FTM can as well from its price of 20 cents. Right now, it's only at a 3x. So that means it can get up to around $1.20, which doesn't surprise me at all because I already have a red supply level marked on my chart at $1.20. This is realistically the target for Phantom on this current run that it's in. So all dips, all pullbacks are for buying or for taking longs, really. Because, yeah, the target here for this run is $1.20 for FTM. Now, guys, if you are wondering where to trade all of these altcoins, what exchange that I use Bitget. If you want to sign up with Bitget with my link, I would really appreciate your support. That link is down in the description of this live stream down below. It will take you to the sign up screen. No KYC required. And once you deposit some funds, you will get some amazing deposit bonuses and you will get discounted trading fees for life when you use my link. So sign up for Bitget if you're wondering where to trade crypto, both spot and leverage. No KYC required. Major withdrawal amounts with no KYC too. Right? It's not like an exchange where you can only withdraw 2K at a time. No, that's not like that at all. So sign up with Bitget. I appreciate your support here. Now, I want to look at Cardano because Cardano is interesting. Cardano is interesting because it's coming back up to its major support level over here at around 42 cents, really 40 cents. All right, this was the bear market support level, and then what happened was it broke down in October. When the FTX crash happened, it was looking like Cardano was going to reclaim this major support resistance flip level at 42 cents, but it got punted lower, right? It was just a bearish retest. But if you look at ADA now, after going down below 25 cents, it has marched its way back up to this major level. All right, this was the bear market support. Now it's resistance. Cardano definitely way weaker than a ton of the other altcoins. But if we like to trade the charts, which is what we do here at Crypto Empire, then we look for something that's weaker that's going to play catch up. And that's exactly what Cardano is doing right now. So if we look at this indicator I have on my screen that shows us the daily open, the weekly open, the Monday high, previous week high, and previous month high, they are all right here at 39 to 40 cents. Okay, Cardano retested that yesterday before the FOMC. And then from there, it catapulted up higher. So if we get another retest of 40 cents, that's when you buy it. All right, that's when you buy it. Because what's going to happen here with Cardano is on the next up thrust in the market, you know, when Bitcoin goes up towards 30K and altcoins go wild, what Cardano is going to do is going to break above 42 cents. And then it's going to go vertical. It's going to make up for lost ground. All right, so Cardano is definitely one you should have on your watch list. Again, 39 cents, 39 and a half cents is going to be optimal entries for trades. Maybe if we get a huge flush out, it'll go to 37, 36. But regardless, ADA has been a heavy laggard, and it's going to catch up. Coming back up to this major level at 42 cents. Once it gets above that, we fly high, as Jim Jones would say. But yeah, that's ADA. And we might as well look at Algorand, because I've talked a lot about Algorand here on the channel. So Algo, coming back up to resistance here at 26.5 cents. You know, if you look again, this was another Monday low deviation. Monday of this week, the price drops to 25.3 cents. No, this was 23.3 cents. Right, and then what happened on Wednesday again, with the FOMC meeting day, Algo dropped below that Monday low, and that was essentially the entry, and then it just went vertical back up to the highs here at resistance. So it's at resistance now, and it's taken a few cracks at this one. It has not broken it successfully yet. It will though, but these things take time. Good things take time with everything in life. So this breakout is going to be huge. And this is similar to Cardano ADA. It's actually very similar to ADA, where it's coming back up to this bear market previous support level at 27 cents. And once it flips that back into support, that's when it starts to move fast. So the Algorand trade is still in play here. I would not flip bearish on Algo. Maybe we drop in the short term. But yeah, this thing is still primed up for a huge run. So I would still hold your faith in the breakout. No reason to panic sell anything here and, you know, capitulate, because everything is bullish long term on the higher time frames. But definitely, you know, Bitcoin just going sideways now all day. Everything is waiting on these tech earnings. Everything is waiting on this. So yeah, Bitcoin just sideways until then. Same with really everything else. A few alts are just non-stop moving as Bitcoin does that. Now, DYDX, insane. I talked about DYDX in my video at the end of December, over a month ago now, when the price was $1 down here. Right, it was the best coins to buy for the next bull run video. This one right here, best altcoins for the next crypto bull market. DYDX was at $1. You know, now it's at $3.38. So up over 3x from that video recording. But the main thing with DYDX is the fact that it broke out of the bear market range. Right, the bear market range high was at $2.75. DYDX on the weekly time frame is above that, and it's got a lot of ground to cover before it even gets back to its all-time high at $27. It's still got like a 9x to that, so a lot of money still to be made with this coin. You know, you're not going to get a 20x from this point. You will if you got it down here at around $1, but you know, getting in here at $3.38, you know, you still got a 9-10x at the highs. Same with INJ. INJ basically the same exact picture as DYDX. This weekly candle broke above the range high. All right, so this thing is crazy bullish as well. Now coming up at this major resistance level at $3.75. But yeah, this thing will continue to go higher. One of the strongest coins right now in the entire market. No reason to be bearish on it. INJ still looking really, really good. Now a coin that I brought up repeatedly over the course of the bear market, I brought it up multiple times in my live streams in January. I know my guy Jazzy can attest to that. Shout out to Jazzy if you're still watching. But Crypto Raider, right? Crypto Raider is a very low cap gaming token on the Polygon Matic network. If you look at this thing on CoinGecko, it has a market cap of $2.3 million. All right, when I was bringing this up in the middle of the bear market, it had a market cap of like $600,000. All throughout January, it was at like 1 million, 1.5 mil. Now it's 2.3 mil. All right, and this is versus Ethereum too. So from this bottom on January 23rd, it is up versus Ethereum over 100%. The token price from the bottom is also up 100%. All right, but if you look at this chart, I'm mainly concerned of the Raider versus Ethereum chart. It's got a long way to go. It's got a lot of catching up to do. So if it even just gets back to this orange line, this is the price that it listed at. If it gets back here, you have a 3x versus Ethereum. Right now, if it goes back to when we get the gaming run, which is going to happen here, right? We're going to get a huge crypto gaming little bull market. Usually it's like at the end of it's towards the top, right? It's a top signal when all the gaming coins, especially the low caps, start to explode. But Raider here, I mean, I continuously throughout the bear market, like in my streams, was always talking about it, saying it's a good low cap pick. But even if we get back to these highs, we have a 25x versus ETH. Right? That means you put 1 ETH in, you can take 25 out. So anyways, I hope you guys kind of pay attention to the stuff that I say here, because a lot of the things I say do end up playing out. And I mean, Raider is just one of the many, many examples of that. But super high risk. So this is not a coin that you put your entire portfolio into. It only has a market cap of $2.3 million. But it's got a long way to go here. And congratulations to anybody who bought some. Again, what I share is not financial advice. It's just what I'm looking at. But, you know, this is a little play here that's already up versus ETH 2x from the bottom. Another coin that I brought up repeatedly on my channel throughout the bear market and recently in January is XDB, Digital Bits. Digital Bits from the bottom of the market over here in early January is up 50%, 47%. But it is starting to move now. All right, I gave an official entry in my Discord and we're up around 16% from that. But if we look at the XDB Bitcoin chart, which is what I like to look at on the weekly time frame, this thing has so much ground to cover. It's currently trading for 13 Satoshis. Right, this thing was at like 11 Satoshis at the start of the week, 12 Satoshis. But it's been as high as 1,400 Satoshis. So let's say it just goes up to half of that. And it goes up to like 200 sats. You know, you're looking at a gain of 16 to 20x versus Bitcoin. This thing, you know, by a lot of people is considered like a dead project, but scams pump the hardest. If we look at the chart, this is the weekly time frame. The RSI is showing weekly bullish divergence, right? RSI getting stronger as the price action was making lower lows. Okay, so you got the weekly bullish divergence. We had this with like Bitcoin. We had this with Fetch AI. This is a bottom signal, okay? My Discord members know about this. I went over it in a video market update, how to spot bottoms with with bullish divergence. This has it on the weekly time frame. XDB digital bits, I mean, we're already up 15% if we went ahead and got that in my entry. But regardless, this thing has so much ground to cover. Weekly bullish divergence, don't ignore it, don't fade it. Really low market cap. If we look at the market cap of XDB, right now it's only $9.7 million, so still below $10 million market cap. Little low cap play here, low cap trade. It can be huge. So I know some people in my community that also have some. We'll see what happens with it. High risk play, not financial advice, but a lot of ground to be covered here with XDB, and the chart is screaming that it wants to go higher. This is what I call a bottoming signal on the weekly time frame. Again, I showed you in my altcoin season video yesterday, I believe that was yesterday, the total 3 chart. You know, the total 3, we have now broken out of the trend line, and the total 3 has billions of dollars to gain here, right? If it gaps up to 580 billion, that's a gain of like 60% in the total 3. That's like $200 billion flooding into the altcoin markets. Imagine just a little bit goes into projects like XDB or Raiders, you know, the gains you're going to see on stuff like that. So definitely keep an eye on it. We'll keep on moving down the list. So 1 inch is another coin that I brought up in my video from, was that yesterday? I think it was yesterday, yeah. But anyways, 1 inch, you know, as I outlined in that video, it's been in this bear market downtrend. All-time highs are up here at $7.87. That happened in October of 2021. It's been going down only for like 13 months straight over 1 year. Found its bottom over here at 38 cents. But if we look at the chart, we have this bear market support resistance flip at 53.5 cents. Now, if you watch my video, this one, Face Melting Altcoin Season, from a day ago, I gave you the levels to look for on 1 inch. Right, I gave you these levels. I said this demand zone at 49.5 cents. Guess what the bottom was? It was exactly 49.5 cents. All right, so no surprise there for anybody that knows how to read the charts. Things just playing out as they should according to the technicals. But regardless, 1 inch is now above the breakout line at 53.5 cents. Now it's at these wick highs. All right, so it looks like it wants to clear this. It looks like it wants to clear this, but I'm exercising a little bit of caution here because, like I said, I think Bitcoin can pull back. But anyways, 1 inch on breakout watch. This is really bullish, and this is going to go again up here. First target's going to be like 88 cents. And then we get into $1. And then we go higher, back up towards 7. But yeah, 1 inch due for some of these green candles that we saw back in 2021. Chart hasn't had these in over a year, but we're going to be seeing them again. What is this? Let me see if I can get this. Yeah, bars pattern. Here we go. Right, it's going to be looking something like this. A little bit of a forecast. That's what we see on 1 inch. Now, Apecoin, same song and dance. Apecoin still struggling to get through 625 resistance. It's been spending so much time here. It's been spending so much time. Again, if you look at this, deviated exactly. If I get rid of this yellow line, it deviated exactly underneath the Monday low here. That was yesterday. Took off from there, but right to the supply level at 625. Right, this is still resistance. Once it actually officially breaks 625, it's gonna gap up and rip so hard. Apecoin, I'm very confident about saying that it's gonna pump hard. It's an ape coin, literally. I mean, the name ape. How can you not like it? Yuga Labs, biggest metaverse project basically in crypto right now. It's bigger than Mono, Decentraland, and Sandbox. It's newer. It's a newer coin. It was only launched in 2022. Definitely have your eyes on Apecoin. And if you look at Apecoin versus Bitcoin, if you look at this chart, it's just really been doing nothing since it came out over here in March of 2022. It's just been in this huge range. This is accumulation, ladies and gentlemen. This is pure, obvious accumulation. Once this thing gets going, it's going to blow past these resistance levels. And if you look at the yellow dotted line on the screen, this is the biggest support resistance flip on the weekly chart. You know, it's just underneath that right now. So once it can actually get above it, I see it following this projection higher, and it's going to multiply versus Bitcoin. To your first target, you have a 2.5x. Second target, you know, a 3.7x, and then your third target, you got like a 4.7x versus Bitcoin. So an opportunity here to make some dough and multiply your BTC. Saw we had a request for Curve CRV. Let's take a look at Curve here. So CRV struggling to get above $1.14. Very bullish on CRV. And yeah, so what we want to do is essentially plan for a pullback and use that as an opportunity to essentially get long. So if we get the pullback on CRV, I like down here at $1.02. I like it down here at $1.02. Maybe we come back down to 98. So mark these on your charts, $1.02, 98 cents. These are your entries. If we get a big leverage sweep out, it's going to flush these lows and head back towards, 92 cents. So it probably is worth putting some bids in, just super low, unrealistic bids in case they do get filled. At around 92, 91 cents, I like that. It's a good idea. Dogecoin has been very bullish recently. Doge. Yeah, it's breaking this resistance over here at 9.3 cents. That's encouraging to see. Very obvious upwards accumulation happening. This is an ascending triangle, right, where we have the horizontal resistance. Horizontal resistance, price now pinching really hard between that horizontal resistance and the trendline support here. All right, so this is bullish. And we're on a 4-hour chart here. So again, all the higher time frames, there's zero reason to be a bear. But you don't just want to ape into tops. Bitcoin, all right, looking like it wants to go up a little bit higher. Like I said, the highest I see Bitcoin getting to here is 24,300, 24,500 maybe. Completing that and then coming back down. Yeah. That's just what I see. The chart is telling me it wants to drop. On the 4-hour, we have super clear 4-hour bearish divergence. So we'll see if we do get the pullback. I hope we do. That's going to be the opportunity to get long and buy more. But yeah, we are going to smash it. After this, if we do get we might not even get a pullback because this thing is so strong. But again, ultimately, we have the 25K level, we have the 28K. And then we get up here. This is where the FTX crash actually started, when Bitcoin was at like $38,000 to $40,000. This is the target now. This is where we're going from the current price of 23,900. But on the lower time frames, maybe we do, maybe we don't. Still not taking any longs up here. So what if I miss out on some potential wins? I'm okay with that. I know there's going to be another trade maybe later on today or tomorrow. There's always going to be another trade, so I'm not going to buy a potential local top right now. So we've been going for, by the way, guys, if you're enjoying the stream, smash that like button right now. I appreciate your support. We got Mr. G. What up, Mr. G? He says, hey, buddy, can you take a look at Yield Guild Games? Could be a low cap gem. Let's take a look at YGG. So market cap underneath $60 billion. This is listed everywhere. YGG, Yield Guild Games. All right, that's pretty interesting, the fact that we are right now at this level on the chart. Okay, so YGG, going back to June of 2022, this was a major level of support here at 30 cents. Okay, when YGG was dropping in the bear market, once it hit this 30-cent level, it actually went ahead and pumped 170%. And then it's been down only from July of 2022. But it has now broken this downtrend line, and it's gotten back up to the support resistance flip at 30 cents. So YGG is at a very good spot, actually. This was the bottom down here at 15 cents. It's up 2x from the bottom. Okay, so maybe, you know, if it goes 100x from the bottom down here, you buy it now, that means you can still possibly get like a 50x. But we're just going to put some targets on the chart and see how high those go. First target, 230%. Second target, 591%. Third target, 13x. And then up here at the highs, it's like a 20x from current price. So YGG, I like the play, Mr. G. I think crypto games are going to pump very hard. And YGG is one of them. And yeah, you got like a 15, 20x back up to $6. You know, maybe it just goes to half of that. You know, you're still looking at a solid move. Now, a coin that I brought up in this video here, low cap gems, a gaming coin that I brought up in that video was WASDR. WAS, W-A-S ticker symbol. And WAS is up 17% right now at 2.3 cents. Now WAS, if we look at this thing, just like a lot of these other coins, is at some major resistance. All right, so WAS is low as 1.4 cents. It hasn't even 2x from the very, very lows of the bear market. It's up 64% from there. But, you know, as we see, WAS has not really started to move yet. So another low cap gaming coin with a market cap of $8.1 million, sub $10 million market cap. If you look at WAS versus Ethereum, this is also very interesting. WAS versus ETH here is just, it's been going sideways for like a year. Okay, so we'll see if this thing starts to outperform. And then from there, I think it can break into price discovery. Another low cap gaming gem coin you should have on your radar. But anyways, guys, we are going to go ahead and wrap up this live stream. We've been going for over an hour. It's 12:39 p.m. here on the East Coast of the United States of America, February 2nd, 2023. It's time for me to go. I got some other stuff to take care of right now, but I appreciate you being with me right now throughout this live stream. If you want to go ahead and get more involved with Crypto Empire and join the inner circle, join the Discord at cryptoempirec.io. You can find the link for it down in the description below. All right, get yourself inside of the Discord. If you want to use crypto to get in, just shoot me an email. Right, you can find my email on my channel if you go to the About section. My email here is cryptoempireco@gmail.com. Also, if you want to start trading crypto and you already don't have a trading account, use Bitget. Great app. You get a ton of user incentives when you sign up with my link. If you want to learn how to trade on Bitget, I made a full mobile app tutorial. I also have desktop tutorials available on my channel. So get started trading. And yeah, it's a great exchange to use. But anyways, guys, it's time for me to wrap this one up here. I appreciate your support. Thank you for staying with me throughout the live stream. If you haven't already, smash up that like button. I'll see you all later on today with a regular YouTube video, and then we will be back on Sunday for another live stream. Again, the morning domination schedule is Tuesdays, Thursdays, but this previous Tuesday, I was actually a guest on somebody else's live stream. So that kind of is why Crypto Empire Morning Domination did not happen this previous Tuesday. Again, I was a guest on somebody else's stream. But this upcoming Tuesday, we'll be back. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we are here live in the morning to dominate the crypto market. I appreciate everybody's support. See you in the next video. Have an amazing rest of your day. Go ahead and do what you got to do to get where you want to get. Connor from Crypto Empire signing out.